Welcome to another Scars of Mirrodin draft. Here we are with a decision to make. Not really, but as much as I would love to play a deck with Tower of Calamities, I still haven't had the pleasure. I think Trigon of Corruption is pretty clearly the pick. We're passing Cystbearer and Throne of Geth, so it's hard to go into poison if I take Trigon. Passing Goldmere and Glinthawk Idol, so red would be like I'm basically cutting red because there is no red, so red black is worth considering. Really, the Trigon can be played in anything, so. And here we go with some good red. Wow, really big question. Do you take the Blast or the Embersmith? That is a really tough decision. I have a feeling the Blast is just going to be better most of the time. Embersmith is pretty exciting though. Problem is I'm passing, if I take the Embersmith, I'm passing Chrome Steed, which could take away some of my like red-white Metalcraft options. Wow, this is a really tough pick. I don't know, what would you take? The Smith is like speculatively better, but the Blast is just going to be better for sure. I think based on that reasoning, I'll just go ahead and take the Blast because I'm not sure I'm going to be Metalcraft yet. Alright, there's Genesis Wave, there's Liquimetal Coating, which I do like. It's a little early to take it, it's a little speculative. There's also an Origin Spellbomb and a Sylvok Lifestaff. Some good blue cards coming around. There's a Plague Stinger too. Plague Stinger might just be the best card in this pack. As much as I've sort of already passed Infect, I wouldn't mind playing black because I do have a Trigon. And I could think of worse things than taking a Plague Stinger here. I think it's just overall the most powerful card. As much as I want to take this foil Liquimetal Coating, which is awesome, it's just too speculative. I'm going to take the Stinger. I could take a Corpse Cur. That's a pretty late Corpse Cur. I do like my Corpse Curs. There's also Bleak Coven, but I sort of made the choice to not really go towards Metalcraft to some degree already. There's also another Liquimetal Coating and a Quarter Shield, but I think I'm not that crazy about anything in this pack, and I really do like Corpse Cur, so I'm just going to take the Corpse Cur. Wow, okay, looks like moving into Infect was the way to go. Getting another Plague Stinger here, which I think is the pick. There's the Ichor Mirror and the Tel'Gelad Fallen also, but Plague Stinger is on color, and I think is just the best card in this pack again. Sentinel, this is a really deep pack apparently. There's already several cards missing, including a few commons. Go ahead and take that Plague Stinger number 2. Okay, well I'm definitely playing black at this point. And probably just gonna force Infect from here on. Although it could dry up. Tempted to just hate on the Mirrorsmith here. This guy's nasty. I could also take the Dark Slick Shores to help me splash blue for the blue-black proliferate poison. But I think Mirrorsmith is powerful enough that I should just snatch it. Not that worried about colors yet. Plus, early on, it's sort of impossible to hate anything, because if you like to maintain flexibility, which we know I do, it's not impossible that I will abandon Plague Singer, Corpse Cur, and move into red-white Metalcraft. I could definitely see taking the Dark Slick Shores there, though. Blue-black Poison, Proliferate Poison is a pretty fun deck. Well, there's Bellowing Tangleworm, but there's also Trigon of Infestation. I do already have 2 4-drops. This card's kind of slow. And it also cannot be returned with Corpse Cur, whereas Bellowing Tangleworm can be pretty nasty if I get some of the green infect creatures. This is really good against me, though. I'm just going to go ahead and take the Tangleworm there. Ooh. And Tangleworm number 2 or Trigon Infestation is another choice. I think I'm just going to take Tangleworm number 2. It's more interesting than any of those other choices. I'm not a big fan of Trigon of Infestation. It's just really slow. I've never seen that card be particularly effective. Wow. Throne of Geth came around. Okay, this makes me wish a little bit that I had taken the Dark Slick Shores. And possibly those Trigons. I'm not going to hide that yet. Yeah, should have probably just taken the Trigons. Yeah, Viridian Revel is fine. Could pick up some Slice and Twains and other good things like that. Could also take a Halt Order and consider moving in the blue direction, but green seems to be the way to go, unsurprisingly. I don't know. Maybe I should have taken 1 worm and 1 Trigon instead of 2 worms. 2 worms just seem better than 1 in the sense that I could actually rely on it. And really be able to pick up some green creatures and take them fairly highly. So Culling Deus is good in the Infect deck because when they have to burn a lot of their removal to take your cards early, and this can help you keep the flow moving. Could also take Liquimetal Coating to go with my Viridian Revel. But I think this is going to be more likely to be effective. Especially with Throne of Geth. And sure, take a Thresher, I guess. Ooh, well, now I wish I had taken Liquimetal Coating. But yeah, I think that's still the pick. Okay, so at this point, unlikely that I'm just like not committed to really anything yet, other than poison. But color-wise, I'm still pretty open. I could go black-red poison. I could go black-green poison, which seems the most likely. I could go black-white poison, which I don't think is actually a deck. So maybe I should probably just hide the Smearsmith so it doesn't distract me. Okay, so the Argentum Armor, I think, is mostly just out. Card's really expensive. So it seems like it's really Untamed Might, Leaden Mirror, Wall of Tanglecord, Tel'Jalad Fallen, Trigon of Infestation, or Fume Spitter. Did I already say Fume Spitter? Kinda tempted to take Fume Spitter, but could also see just taking the Tel'Jalad Fallen given I have the Tangleworms. Yeah, I need more infect creatures pretty desperately. I think this is the pick. It's kind of sad. I'm somewhat wishing that I was a different deck right now, but you know, sometimes this is just the most powerful deck and you're wrong to experiment. Yeah, I mean, seems like Grasp of Darkness is the pick here. I like Rusted Relic, but this isn't the deck for it. I like Dispense Justice, but this is again not the deck for it. But Grasp is pretty good. Ooh, Stratascythe or Tangle Angler? I mean, Stratascythe in the Infect deck is kind of just batty. This card's pretty expensive, but it's not that expensive, and it's ridiculous in Infect. So is Tangle Angler, though. But I think I should just take a Scythe. The card can just win the game, basically. And there's absolutely nothing for me in this pack, so I think I'll just hate on the Razor Hippogriff. It's the best card in here. Horizon Spellbomb? Seems fine. I'd rather take that than the Steady Progress or like the Disperse. Could help me splash something. I'm actually less and less impressed with this card. I think this card crosses the line in terms of how slow a card can be that doesn't even give you a rampant growth effect. Like, I really think this card should like accelerate. If you pay green, you should also be able to put a land into play, I think. Then this card would be much more interesting. Okay, well, there's Thrumming Bird. And then there's also Copper Mirror. It's probably just the play. It's going to be hard to sway me away from green at this point. So I think I will just go ahead and pass that Thrumming Bird. I'm sad about it, though. So one remaining question is if we're going to try to splash red for the Galvanic Blast. I'm leaning towards no right now. Poor Hippogriff. Yeah, I'm not sure about this deck. I feel like I could have a stronger deck if I had gone Metalcraft. I could have kind of a sick red-white Metalcraft deck. Ooh, there's a Contagious Nim, though. It's a late Contagious Nim in a pack with nothing else, so that I will be pretty excited about. Getting close to the point where I can actually feel good about my poison deck. It'd be nice to get some Cystbearers or other Fallen for these Tangleworms. But I'm fine with Black Cleave Goblin. This card's generally better than people give it credit for. Probably just play one of these Culling Deises as of right now. Well, I guess I'm glad that I didn't take... I mean, the thing is, in Poison, your 4-drop slot gets pretty clogged anyway, so I'm just not sure about Trigon of Infestation. I think I'm better off with the Fume Spitter. This card goes well with the other things I'm doing, like Trigon of Corruption. Just generally pretty decent in the Infect deck. In an environment with so many 1 toughness guys, Fume Spitter is kind of a god. And none of these cards really do anything for me, so I guess I'll just take the Archers in case I have trouble with Flyers. But as usual, I have quite a few playables. Like, I'm not playing the Viridian Revel at this point. And probably not playing the Galvanic Blast just for better mana, given the double green and double black. Withstand Death is actually fine in the Poison deck. It turns out that being able to make a little guy with Infect indestructible and putting some counters, like, it turns this into basically like put some -1/-1 counters on target creature. You know, especially with like a Fallen or something like that, it's pretty awesome. And of all these cards, Wayfarer is the one that I fear. This is a weird little deck. Really want some Cystbearers. That'll turn this from an okay deck to a good deck. Because right now it's not super exciting. Sure, Cavalier can be annoying. So yeah, in general I try to avoid the Infect deck. It's just so hard to cut. And because it's so hard to cut, people can get the wrong idea even pretty late into a draft. And that includes you. Like, when I saw that Plague Singer, I was just like, oh, you know, Infect is open, which, I mean, Plague Singer is one of the very best ones, so that does mean something, but it's also just not the most fun deck to play because, you know, it heavily resembles like mono red, aggro. You're just sort of swinging and swinging. Like, the fun ones are the blue black proliferate. I love those ones. But it's very seldom correct to actually go into that deck. Like, I certainly had a chance to do that with a Thrumming Bird pick that I passed up. But, like, in general, green is just going to offer more powerful things. Right now, that's not so true. Although I think I still would rather have these Tangleworms than the Trigon of Infestations, given my 4-drops. Like, that card can get out of control in a long game, but this kind of deck doesn't really want a long game. That said, like, with Stratascythe, these Tangleworms can almost be win conditions on their own. Like, they use all their removal early and kill my Plague Singers and my Contagious Nim. And then eventually I just bust out a Tangleworm and win with Stratascythe. Wow, it sucks that I have to pick between a Trigon of Corruption and a Cystbearer. And it's crazy that it's as close of a pick as it is. Normally I would just slam the Corruption. But I think here Cystbearer might actually be correct. Look at my Look at my curve. Hide the blast, probably not playing that. I really don't want to have to play Horizon Spellbound. I do not like that card. I don't know. Seems crazy not to take the Trigon. Yeah, I just can't justify that. This card is too good. I can just dominate games. And look, I got my Cystbearer anyway. Yes, I will take that Cystbearer. It's better than any of these other cards. Notably a Kemba, Glinthawk Idol in this pack. Instill Infection's really good against this deck, but there's nothing I can do about that. Okay, well that was an unfortunate decision that I had to make, and probably should have just taken the Cystbearer actually. Wow, look at this pack. It's just so hard to convince myself to do that. Well, there's a Throne of Geth, which is certainly interesting. But I think I'm better off just taking the Strider Harness. I could take the Scrap Melter. I guess it is really powerful enough that I could take the Scrap Melter and splash red for my Blast and Scrap Melter combo. Yeah, I'm just going to do that. I guess I could have also taken Tumble Magnet there. Yeah, I think probably taking Tumble Magnet was the way to go there. Yep, wish I could take that pick back. Scrap Melter is just so hard to pass. Yep, Tumble Magnet, especially with Throne of Geth. Like Trigon of Corruption, it actually helps stall the board a little bit. Probably not going to end up playing the Scrap Melter, and it's not even really that good against me. Ooh, another Corpse Cur. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, I think it's better than a Contagious Nim. Recurring these guys is insane. Yep. Really, really should have taken that Tumble Magnet. Probably not going to play the Scrap Melter. Yeah, this deck would be super nasty with an extra Tumble Magnet. I mean, it's still not out of the question to splash the red. I think I'd have to get another good reason to do that, though. Or fail to pick up 3 more playables in the next 10 cards. But I doubt that. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get 3 more playables in 10 cards. Ooh, like a Blight Mamba. There's also a Sylvok replica. Maybe I should just take the Sylvok replica. On the other hand, I do have Tangleworm, Strata Scythe, Corpse Cur. You know, I can't justify it. I need some removal. Wow. Okay, I'll take the Contagious Nim. It's a late Sky Eel School. It's a late lot of stuff. Okay, this is turning out much better. Ooh, look at this. Wow. There's 3. They're all really good, but I'm just going to take the Plague Singer, of course. Bloodshot Trainee is not bad in this deck. No, I'm just kidding. Oh man, a Life Staff or something would just be insane here. Wow, another Corpse Cur. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, I really wish I had that Tumble Magnet. Play one of those Culling Deuses. Like these bellowing tangleworms didn't actually turn out that well. I'll still probably play them just because they have the potential to straight up win the game. And I do have two guys that they combo with. If I could get a late Cystbearer or something here, that would be really, really good. I would take another Mana Mirror even to help alleviate this 4-drop problem. Trigon can actually wait. It's not always necessarily a 4-drop. It can be a decent 6-drop too. Oh! That's exactly what I needed. Okay, I think poison was the right way to go. That said, I still wish I had a tumble magnet. Now I can feel a little bit better about playing these tangleworms. And not too concerned about any of these. Vector Asp is fine. I think that card's better than most people realize. Jeez. Another Throne of Geth. There's also a Tainted Strike though. I think I have to take the Tainted Strike. I don't have that many artifacts I want to use Throne of Geth on, and Tainted Strike turns on the Tangleworms. I think this looks like the deck. Or then I'll just get another Contagious Nim and go completely bonkers. Probably just won't play the Throne of Geth. I just do not have any artifacts to use it with. Yeah, that's pretty nasty. This'll do. I think this will do the trick. Alright, Fume Spitter, Tainted Strike, triple Plague Singer, triple Contagious Nim. That's like a deck right there. Grasp of Darkness, Black Cleave Goblin, Cystbearer. I mean, yeah, it really does not get too much better than this. 2 Tangleworms, 2 Trigon of Corruptions, 3 Corpse Curs, Sylvok Replica, Strata Scythe, 22. Okay, 23rd card is looking like a toss-up between the following cards. Vector Asp, Horizon Spellbomb. Oh wait, Coppermere, right. No, it's not. I guess these are the cards that are hanging on the edge. But really not all that excited about any of these cards. Except for Throne of Geth, but it's just not good in this deck. I don't have enough artifacts that I actually want to sacrifice. Like, I guess it's good with the Corpse Cur combo recursion, but I think I'd definitely rather just have a Coppermere in here. Like, this looks pretty insane. 2 Tangleworms, triple Corpse Cur, triple Contagious Nim, triple Plague Singer, double Trigon, Strata Scythe, Sylvok, double Cystbearer. Like, triple Plague Singer, triple Contagious Nim, double Cystbearer, triple Corpse Cur is going to win pretty much large percentage of drafts, regardless of what backup you have. 9-8. 10-7 even. Yeah, I think that's fine. 7 should be enough to play the Fallen and the Tangleworm, plus the Coppermere. Alright.